After the death of his father, Ptolemy II is wrought with a great desire to bring the greatness of the Egyptian empire to the rest of the world, starting with the creative and intelligent social state of Nabataea. Instead of taking to the land shared between these two nations, Ptolemy II has favored the Gulf of Suez along the Nabatean coastline, looking to gain control of the harbor town of Charmutha and cut off a major source of income for the Nabatean state. Knowing this to be a difficult task, Ptolemy II has called upon a large mercenary force of Galatians, led by the experienced general Traesa O Bradain, to help them overwhelm the Nabatean Coastal Defense. Will the ragtag team of local Nabatean residents and experienced Nabatean coastal guardsmen be able to repel this engagement, or will they fall, leaving the road to Charmutha wide open to the brutal expanse of Egypt? The Galatians have already taken a small portion of land along the Gulf where the Nabateans didn't have too much in the way of defenses set up yet. The local coastal defense is caught unaware, not having any communication with the rest of the coast, lacking in horses and camels in order to transport any messages between the commanding leaders of the coastal defense. Luckily, a local fishing village has caught word that the Egyptians have sent ships in order to try and take over their country, and they will not allow it. So they have armed up as many of their populace as they possibly can in order to send help to the local coastal defense. Will the Nabateans be able to hold back such a reckless force, or will they fall, leaving the road to their local trade city wide open to attack? Yo, what is up, you sexy ass motherfuckers? I hope you guys enjoyed the introduction to this new custom scenario campaign like YouTube series. I'm still not quite sure what to call it, so if you guys have any ideas, please let me know down in the comments below. But the great nation of Nabataea is under attack by the mighty Egyptians and the fierce Galatians. They have set up a coastal defense in order to try and protect their coast against any incoming attack, but it is small, and it may be small, but it is strong, and they are going to do whatever they can to be able to defend their great nation from those that wish to attack it. We don't know if they're going to be able to do it, but we'll be able to find out. Guys, if you like this video at all, make sure to hit that like button. It helps me out a ton, lets me know that my content isn't complete shite. If you guys are feeling extra generous, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Helps me out a lot. We are trying to hit that 400 subscriber count, and if you guys could do that, I would love you guys forever. But let's go ahead and click play. Down here, we've got the coastal defense set up and ready to be able to defend against the mighty Egyptian ships, which are about to land their troops on the coastline. The Galatians have set up a scouting party of 4 units of light horse in order to be able to make sure that there are no reinforcements coming in. But alas, they do not know what is just over this hill. But neither do the local fishing soldiers. We've got 4 units of desert levy, a couple of units of tribes people, a couple of units of levy spearmen, and a couple of units of camel spearmen sent up by this fishing village. It was a larger village, so they were able to muster a decent amount of men. But they are panicking. There is cavalry coming right up from the hill and charging right into them. They are going to quickly try to form up and defend themselves from the might of these cavalry forces. But the Galatians are going to quickly try to move around. The spearmen are going to quickly charge into them and just try to stop them from being able to move too far in. We've got the camel spearmen charging into the cavalry as well. We've got 1 unit of cavalry completely cut off from the rest of them and being cut to pieces from these soldiers. Some great moves here by the Nabateans. Over here, we've got another unit of camel spearmen charging into yet another unit of light horse, trying to catch them off guard, take them out, and try to take out all of this cavalry so they can't go in and surround their coastal defense forces. We've got a 3rd unit of light horse being caught up by a lot of desert levy and a lot of levy spearmen. We've got the tribes people quickly shooting into the light horse, trying to take them out as soon as possible. We've got the last unit of light horse frantically getting the hell out of Dodge, not expecting to have been, I guess, sort of ambushed by a whole bunch of civilians. They're going to quickly try to get out of there and reform with the Egyptians, which are now forming up to land on the coastline and attack the coastal defense. But a great job from these local tribespeople taking out a major threat to this defense with minimal losses as well. Levy Spearmen have 16 kills. We've got the horses having 54 kills overall, doing an amazing job. And now they're going to quickly run down. Now that they know that the coastal troops are in immediate danger, they are going to run as quickly as they can to be able to try and regroup with these troops and prepare for an attack. Egypt is starting to land their troops. We've got lots and lots of mighty Egyptian ships. Gotta love those eyeballs on the front of them, looking even more devastating, ready to move in and just completely demolish some troops. We got lots and lots. Well, we got missile units, Egyptian archers, and then we've got lots of carrying axemen as well. They are going to land and start to engage with this coastal force. We've got the light horse now moving in, seeing an opportunity to potentially take out this unit of Eastern Scorpion. The soldiers haven't quite noticed yet, but they're going to quickly turn around and try to take out this cavalry. They are going to charge into the Eastern Scorpion, but the men are going to run and try to get the hell out of Dodge. We've got all three units that we hear now turning around to try and get rid of these light horse and save the Scorpion crew, because they can do a lot of damage to those Egyptian troops as they move in. These Scorpions have been placed here for quite some time. They have seen the waves, they have seen the land change, and now they are finally going to be used in the defense of their great nation. Luckily, the horsemen are killed. The Scorpion crew is starting to break. There's 23 men left in their unit, but they are going to quickly come back as well. We've got the local tribes people of Nabataea now catching up with the rest of the coastal defense, trying to move into a good position to be able to help them defend against all of these mighty troops. So they're going to go ahead and move over here and meet up with some of these slingers, swordsmen, and axe warriors. These are going to be the more elite troops of Nabataea, the elite coastal troops that have been stationed here in order to defend their trade routes and defend their coast against any danger. In this case, the danger is Galatia and Egypt. Galatia has sent over a large mercenary force of levy freemen. We've got naked swordsmen. We've got some Celtic slingers, some Galatian raiders. They've got a little bit of a mobile ranged scouting party along with their light horse. And then we've also got a few units of Galatian swords as well, moved up and ready to be able to help their great ally Egypt. Egypt is also going to be bringing a little bit of a Greek general. This general, led by... So that who is unknown. I actually never named this general, guys. If you want to name this Egyptian general that has landed on the beach and is going to be engaged in this campaign until he potentially falls in the future, then make sure to name him down in the comments below. But that who will not be named is a huge fan of Greek culture, and so his general's bodyguard unit has been trained in the way of Greek royal peltis, and that is who he has brought here today in the battlefield. Over here, the ships have landed, they have dropped off their troops, and now they are going to get the hell out of Dodge, back up, let their troops do their thing, and then come back and pick them up should they be needed. The light horse, the remnants of this light horse is still alive, 28 out of 80 men remaining. They have fallen back to the rest of the Egyptian troops, which have landed on the coastline. We've got lots and lots of carrying axemen here, lots of ranged capabilities, ready to be able to move in and engage with this coastal force. We've got a couple of troops facing off against Egypt, but not too much. We've got these Scorpion crews now firing into all of those that are marching towards them, just trying to use all of their ammo, if at all possible, and try to get as many kills as possible. But now we have the great charge. Galatia has moved into range, and Nabataea is going to try and take them out before the Egyptian troops can come here and reinforce. So they are going to go ahead and charge right into these levy freemen and just try to take them out as quickly as possible. A absolutely brutal charge. We have over 40 kills now so far, and just counting upwards. Now over here, we've got the light troops. We've got the brave local civilian troops. The desert levy now moved into the front line, fighting against the Galatian swords, trying to defend their country against those that wish to take it from them. And we've also got the tribes people, as well as the slingers, focusing fire on some of these Celtic slingers, trying to take them out and keep them from being able to get too many kills on them. Got the one of the units of camel spearmen that was sent over by the local fishing village is now going to go and charge into these Galatian raiders and try to keep them from firing. But now we've got the general unit, the noble horse charging into what's left of these camel spearmen that have 88 kills. The camel spearmen are going to try to do whatever they can to be able to hold back this general, but he is a noble horse. He is a very powerful unit, so we shall see if they're able to hold off or if they will ultimately fall. Luckily, the Nabateans have taken out some Celtic slingers. They're taking out a few of the Levy Freeman unit. It is looking pretty decent right now. Taking out a couple of the Levy Freeman units, starting to break these lines. The Egyptians are almost on their doorstep, though. Can they take out enough units so they can start transferring units over? I'm not sure. We've got naked swords moving into the fray. One second. Oh, sorry about that, guys. I had to sneeze, and I was sure that you guys did not want to hear that. But now we've got the mighty naked swords moving in and utilizing their frenzy ability, moving in to start chopping heads, chopping bodies, and destroying lots and lots of units of Nabataea. We've got the ranged units firing into the Celtic slingers, trying to do as much damage as possible. We've got some Levy Freemen, or I'm sorry, some Levy Spearmen starting to move around the side, trying to get a little bit of a flank in and trying to take out some of these Galatian swordsmen, so that way they can free up as many units as they possibly can and move on to the other front line. Egypt is now going to be engaged. Nabataea has no choice but to send in their troops. We've got 2 units of Nabatean swordsmen moving into the fray, charging into as many carrying axemen as they possibly can. Charging downhill, hopefully getting a little bit of a bonus in. And we've also got the second unit of camel spearmen charging into these Egyptian archers, seeing an opportunity to be able to move in and take out some of these ranged troops, and so that way they can't continue to shoot at their forces. They are actually successfully breaking these Egyptian archers, so they're going to get out of there before they get caught out by the carrying axemen and try and move around and get into the rest of these Egyptian archers as well. We've got the light horse actually moving in to be able to silence this eastern scorpion, keep it from being able to fire any longer. It has gotten 69 giggity kills. Will that be enough? 70 kills now. Will that be enough to turn the tide of battle, or will they fall? We've got a lot of Nabatean troops starting to break. We've got some Nabatean swordsmen, 45 men remaining with 206 kills. We've got some Nabatean axe warriors with 180 kills starting to break some of the Levy Freemen. We've got the rest of the Levy Freemen starting to break as well. We've got the Nabatean General. Guys, if you want to name him as well, please do so down in the comments below, because I did not come up with any names for the local generals of these forces. I would highly appreciate it. It would really add to the story mode and to the ambiance. The general is going around getting a lot of kills, taking out the slingers, taking out the range capability, making sure that they can't continue to fire into their forces. Down here, we've got the Nabatean swordsmen holding valiantly, trying to do whatever they can to be able to break these Egyptian forces, but now they are flanked, and they are taking a lot of fire right in the bum from some carrying axemen, as well as some of these archers, and there's nothing that they can do about it. They have to continue to fight against these carrying axemen. They are already in too deep. They are trying to take them out, but they're taking so much fire. Some more of the Levy Freemen have been taken out. We got the Nabatean Axe Warriors fighting alongside some of the Levy Spearmen, trying to take out some of these naked warriors or naked swords so they can move on to the rest of the lines. We've got a mass break from Nabataea. Traesa people, Desert Levy, and another unit of Desert Levy starting to break against so many different units. We got some Galatian swords starting to break as well, but another unit of Desert Levy starting to break against the Desert, Galatian swords, which they are going to break, but the Galatian swords are still luckily breaking, as well as this other unit against the mighty general, the noble swords general, which is getting his hands dirty, trying to get as many kills as he possibly can. Over here, the general has completely surrounded this Levy Spearman, which was trying to keep back these carrying axemen from being able to flank into their troops. We've got Levy Spearmen as well as Nabatean axe warriors completely surrounding these naked swords, but they are taking plenty of fire from these royal peltas. Over here, the Nabatean swordsmen are trying to do whatever they can to take out these carrying axemen, but they're just taking so much fire. They are completely surrounded, and they are not going to be long for this world. And all that is left from Nabataea is going to be the general unit, which is wavering, 100 men left, and this Nabatean axe warrior with 65 men left with 246 kills. Unfortunately for Nabataea, it looks like the combined forces of Galatia and Egypt were just too much for the coastal forces and for the local fishing village levies as well. Let's go ahead and end the replay and look at some of the kills here. Nabataea getting 2,284 kills, Galatia getting 1,636, and then we've got Egypt getting 584. It looks like the road is open, boys and girls. Their city is open to attack. They are vulnerable. And if they lose this city, if they lose this trade, it is going to be a blow that I am not sure they are going to be able to recover from. Make sure to stay tuned for the next part of this campaign. And if you guys have any suggestions, any ideas for this campaign on how to make it better, please be sure to let me know as well. Thank you guys again so much for watching this video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.